Hey everybody, Cheryl here, and I wanted to come on for just a couple minutes, and I wanted to give some words of encouragement about some things that I've heard about, seen, so on and so on and so forth. So I want you to think when you're having a consultation with a client, and then when you're consequently having that service, I want you to think in terms of you are driving a car. And throughout that entire, from the beginning of the consultation till the time she pays and leaves, if you're driving that car correctly, it will arrive safely at its destination. Your rear view mirror is for you to be able to look behind you, see what's going on. And in the case of our industry, it allows you to remember, look at your rear view mirror as your memory. Things to do, things not to do. Your side mirrors on the car, on the other hand, are to help warn you of danger zones, things that are coming up, so on and so on and so forth. Behind the chair, I kind of think about that is when I have my gut feeling. I pay close attention to those side mirrors. And I look at that client as a guest in my vehicle. Now, if I'm driving it erratically, it will scare her to death, which is pretty much the way my friends say I drive, but hey, it obviously doesn't scare them too much. They're still getting in the car. But when they're in the car with us, when this client is with us, there are certain things that I personally believe should not happen. And that's why I wanted to make this video. And one of the things that I think should not happen would be for her to demand that I use a certain hair color that she brings to the salon. No. If there are allergy issues, there are definitely ways to handle that. But if she wants to bring a non-professional color product into the salon, or permanent wave, or relaxer, or smoothing treatment, any kind of texture service, any kind of chemical she wants me to use on her hair that does not belong in my salon, then the answer is no. Because that's the equivalent of her taking the steering wheel and beginning to drive the car from the passenger seat. That's the best way I know to describe that to you. Check with your insurance company. Your insurance company will tell you that he or she or that entity covers the contents of your building and the chemicals therein. And they do not cover non-professional products. Okay? The client who insists that, and I've had this happen to me, that I don't want you to use this particular color line on me. I want you to use this one. Again, notwithstanding allergies, don't blow up the news feed with arguments about allergies. We all know that falls into a separate category. But I've also had that happen to me, where a client said, well, while you were gone, so-and-so had to do my hair, and I really like X company's product on my hair better. And I told her I would think about it, and I gave it a little bit of consideration, and I decided no. I'm not going to buy into their color line. I'm not going to buy into their developers, so on and so on and so forth. I had used that particular color line before. I did not like it, was not a fan of it. And it doesn't matter. The bottom line is I wasn't educated in that product, nor was I going to invest money in it for one client who got her hair colored once every 8 weeks. If she decided, which she did, to go to another stylist in the salon, I still talk to her, still love her. She has what she considers important. I have what I consider important. And I've rewound that one in my mind many times. I honestly think she just wanted to sit in the other stylist's chair, and that is perfectly okay. All right? So, no. I'm not going to use their unprofessional hair color, and I'm not going to run out and buy a product every single time a client demands it. The key word there is not the products. I'm opening to learning all kinds of new things. The key thing in there is her demanding. Drive that car. You're the driver of it. Maintain that. as far as them bringing in their own shampoo, so on and so forth. Again, there is the issue of allergies, but some of it is just because maybe they've spent a few $100s on a shampoo line in a multi-level marketing company. That's their choice. That's their business. But when she's sitting in my chair and I'm using chemicals on her hair, I'm going to use the products that I know are safe to use with it, not something she brought in a bottle. I don't care how much she insists. Because when you get in a court of law, if it should ever come to that, God forbid, I can promise you the judge will look at you and he will say, you have a license. You were in control of this situation, and here's what happened. She could have brought in a bottle of shampoo with battery acid in it for the sole purpose of suing you. Is that extreme? Absolutely, that's extreme. That's never happened to me, but I'm not exempt from it happening either. But what I can do is drive the car in an effective manner to prevent that kind of wreck in my car from ever happening. Okay? And I really thought it was important to share these things with you and hopefully to give you the strength. Not everybody has the strong personality that I do. I don't mind telling you what you need to hear. I can tell you with love. I can tell you with kindness. But what I will not do is lay down on the floor and be your doormat. And that's where the client needs your strength. And it's perfectly okay. All right? So I really wanted to jump on here and give some encouragement to some stylists who may not have as strong of a personality as I do, to just always remember, this is your car, you're driving it, they are a guest in it, we want to give them what they want, and that old adage about the client always being right, that was a stupid phrase 20 years ago, 40 years, 60 years ago, and it is a stupid phrase now. Because they are not always right. And I can cite you example after example after example. So I hope that gives you the encouragement you need to drive your car with confidence, with a clear look through the front window, a memory in the rear view window, knowing what the hazards are and how to maintain control of the wheel throughout that service. Look for me on Instagram at Color1Up, COLOR, the number 1 and up, and you can look for me on YouTube for more videos about communication at Cheryl Seagrave, CHERYL SEGRAV as in victory ES. And remember, when you're looking for that one, don't put an A at the first part of the last name. It's SEGRAVES. I hope everybody has a fabulous Sunday, and I will see you soon.